What the hell is up, Gooners? I don't think I've ever streamed at night before. This is insane. Holy shit. I hope that the game actually, like, launches. Boy, if this shit doesn't quit. What the fuck? Did you guys know that I'm an absolute knob? Ta-da! Okay. I'm super bored, so I really just want to stream this game. So we're gonna see how it goes. My friends absolutely loved this game. I hope it works. Why is it so loud? Holy shit! Okay. Okay, I was like, I have to turn up my mic if I'm gonna listen to this shit this loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, Lord. It's been so long since I've played a game on stream. And I choose to play this one. This is insane to me. Ow. Bum, bum. Okay, Gooners. Any button. I really, in the description, or like in the title, should have put demo, because this is a demo right now. It's not like a full... To disable copyrighted music, set music volume to 0. Okay, well great. Should have told me that before, because now I'm gonna get copyrighted for the intro. I want you all. Horror, graphic violence, strong language, alcohol and drug references, injury and dismemberment. What did my friends want me to watch? What is wrong with you guys? Can I get into the... You accept the content warning. Please click to proceed. Oh my god. Can you let me into my settings real quick so I don't get fucking copyrighted? Your choices matter. The decisions you make may result in unique dialogue interactions or even choices in red text which contain exclusive content. Try playing through the demo more than once and choosing different options. You might even uncover a secret ending. Remember, there are no wrong choices, only interesting ones. Choose wisely and save often. Okay. Left click to progress text and dialogue. Mouse wheel up, rewind text, and okay. Spacebar hide the UI. Spacebar to bring it back again. Well, that is unfortunate. We're going with cottage. Options. Music. You guys are not getting music because I'm not getting copyrighted. Deal with it. What are the options? Voice volume, effects volume, text. Oh my god. It really Sure. This world began to unravel long before you were born. Dude, I missed streaming. This is crazy. This is crazy, you guys. Also, new camera rig. I'm at a funny angle because I, like, very, very, very quickly set it up this morning. So don't mind me looking like I'm just going... I have to figure out... Yeah. The world began to unravel long before you were born. Ooh woo. It all started with fogfall. Spectral mist bled from the seams where reality wore so thin it split. And from that fog emerged monsters and human beings with unnatural powers. Can I not hover over? I wish I'd like hover over what? What's your definition of a monster? Also, if you end up hearing any weird noise, it's my PC over here. She's trying her best. Like, I'm sure you can hear that noise. You're just gonna have to tune it out. Oh, that wasn't my PC. I think that was outside. My neighbors, like, their air conditioning, like, that big fat fucking generator air conditioner box is right outside my window. And I always think it's my PC, but it's not my PC. So, here we are. I will say, I do, if you're hearing any whirring, my air purifier is on. Which, let me see if that's what it is. Stare at Fuma for a moment. That was in fact not what it is. My PC fans are just working triple, double, triple overtime. Quadruple. But that's fine. Who cares? Some possessed language. Hey, hold up. Oh, that's so nice. I wish I could use that for other games. I'd be clicking shit by accident. Some possessed language and intellect, others were mindless beasts driven by little more than bloodshed. As unrest spread and cities fell, humans cowered in fear while monsters thrived amid the chaos. And then there's you. I want to turn on the music. We're going to turn on something else. Just a random fucking non-copyright background music. Wait, I have an idea. Girly, save me. Ancient ruins. Hold on. Yeah. We can listen to this random shit. Hold on. Why is it so soft? What is this one? Okay, let's start with that. You don't know what you are, but one terrible truth is certain. You were born cursed, with hands that alter the minds of those you touch. Goon. Goon. Know what I'm saying? Choose your backstory. What? Why is this so interesting? What is happening? The unnamed fallen oracle. You were raised as an oracle in a remote temple, The Night and the Moth. I'm literally reading a book that's like this right now. It's called The Night and the Moth by Rachel Kellig. The priest claimed your touch bestowed enlightenment, but a visiting mage revealed your curse for what it is. Spurred on by the mage's word, you fled in search of the cenobium. You regularly experience unnatural premonitions that rattle your body and soul. An innate sixth sense gives you a heightened awareness of hidden supernatural presences. The exile, a solitary survivor. You were exiled to a life far from civilization. Your only kinship was an elderly hermit. Sorry, I'm checking my baby camera. Who taught you how to survive in the wild. He lost his life in search of a cure for you, but left you with a final lead to pursue. The Cenobium. You're a seasoned survivalist, well versed in deciphering soulless behaviors. You've gained fluency in various languages and an uncanny intuition for detecting danger. That one seems like the one I should choose to save my life. An exiled Cenobium mage took you in as a child, raising you as her apprentice. She seemed to take pity on your curse, but you discovered that she was cultivating you as a test subject. You fled the Cenobium seeking a cure. Damn, so we just got, like, plot right here in the origin? Experienced spellcaster with encyclopedic. No, we're gonna go with the exile. I like the exile. That's cool. That's kind of like the background of my D&D character right now as well. Your name is Cottage. Hell yeah, it is, dog. You selected she, her pronouns. Your backstory is the exile. Is this correct? Water. Drink your water. Please and thank you. The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There's nothing out here but death, the ever-present stench of decay, and countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. I could say death doesn't scare me, but honestly, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined a caravan bound across the wastes. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial in and of itself. I can hide my hands and deflect probing questions. But sooner or later, people always suspect something strange about me. As rations grew sparse, and canteens ran dry, tensions rose, despair began to set in until I saw it. D's. Radia. Yeah. I'm so illiterate. I don't know how y'all put up with me. Iridia, the city of knowledge, one of the last bastions of humanity left in the world, and home to the famous academy called the Cenobium, where we are going to meet our boyfriends. All the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's there. All that stands between me and a new life is a final stretch of salt-soaked wastes, or so I think until I see the first tendrils of fog snaking beneath the wagon. Who's coming to get me? Is this fogfall? My stomach sinks at the very whisper of it. A silent storm, more devastating than fire, dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, snuffing out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. The eerie silence, heavy as the mist, falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream. Stay back! No! The cry dissolves into wet gurgle. I didn't get, like, any voices, okay? I just got that cracking sound. I want my gum. I think I have gum in here. Then the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard. The air punched from my lungs. There's my gum. I think it's my last piece. When I opened my eyes, adrenaline lends sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. A trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strips of torn muscle. Goddamn! Goddamn! No thanks. Ew! What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding, white blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes finally adjust do I see the dark shape before me. I know at least one person in my contact list that would say, hear me out. A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. Blink, blink. In that moment, I sense its gnawing hunger, an emptiness that cannot be filled no matter how much blood and flesh it consumes. Okay. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and charges me. I instinctively duck to the side, but the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. A horse screams in the distance. I need to move. No. If the soulless finds another victim, it won't be focused on me, at least not right away. Well, there was like one last stretch. I'm a survivalist. We can run for the city. I take off, running deeper into the haze. The fog is so thick that I fear I'm headed in the wrong direction, and until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching for the opaque mist for the source, but the fogfall twists and stretches sound. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts forth from the fog. Our eyes meet too late. Ew, he knocks me onto the ground and slips in a patch of mud. The soulless instantly falls on him. Blah, blah, blah. Catches the driver by his throat and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. Oh, that's cool. Not nasty. Not nasty at all. The fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. Shit. Ew. Pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist. Can you stand? Hi, Samaria! I just want to warn you that this game is very... it's... There were a lot of content warnings at the beginning of this game. I just want to let you know that before you listen to me read this stuff out loud. Traveler, can you stand? One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me. We need to run. They reach for my hand and I realize too late that my bandages have come undone. No, don't touch me! The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch in the space of a breath. My curse takes hold. Their lips peel back into a deranged grin. Oh, yay! Yeah, no, it's a horror game. But also like an OTOME game at the same time. I'm glad this part isn't voice acted. I think I'd probably press to digitate shit my own pants. No, I've seen this face countless of times before. This is my curse madness of my own making. Their grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles. Yeah, sure, you can ask me a question. Let me... Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath. Oh, great. He's suffocating me to death. Who's your celebrity crush? Ooh, easy. Easy peasy. His name is Fuma, and he's from a Japanese boy band called Anteam. Lenny Kravitz and Wilson Cruz. Good for you. We love a good fangirl. Fangirls are safe in this chat. Me and Fuma, we got you, bro. Die. Okay, cool. So like he's he's choking me. Fight them off. No matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. Bro, am I gonna die in like the first... This can't be happening. I'm gonna die not because of the fog ball of the soulless, but because of my curse. But then their hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine, lips still split in that macabre smile, even as blood seeps between their teeth. Okay, is it the soulless that's getting him, or is it one of our cute? Haha. Do you like a Hunger Games character named Sinha? I've actually never read the Hunger Games or seen anything past like the first movie, and it's been a really long time since I've seen the first movie. So no. I know what he looks like because like I've seen screenshots and like different clips from Hunger Games, but I have not watched. Damn. I'm burping like a motherfucker. I had a mimosa earlier, so. One last shuddering breath, then slumped over the claws hooked through their stomach. Yep, it was the soulless. Ew! That was nasty. There's a flash of claws, red spills across my vision. I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth in the icy embrace of shallow water. I spot an arm resting among the outcrop of reeds, mine neatly severed at the elbow. I just lost my arm. Sin is a stylist and friend of Katniss. He's creative. I absolutely love that for you. I love that for you. Should have taken both arms, but without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold and alone in a desolate wasteland. What kind of OTOME game is this crazy shit? Freaking flashbang. If this is death, it's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of bog water. I could drift forever, cocooned into oblivion until I thought about nobody howling at me in madness and terror, nothing at all. A thought has a terrible appeal to it. But I take a reflexive breath and air pours into my lungs, then out again, a ragged gasp. Feeling comes flooding back, warm cloth on my bare skin, firm surface underneath me, a strange tang of sulfur in the air. Do not be afraid. What? Okay. I twist my head toward the voice. Oh my goodness gracious. Tears flood my bleary eyes with the bright glow of lamplight. Try not to move. The voice is calm, steady, and commanding, but more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. One thought cuts through my mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy. Stay away from me! You're so real for that, bestie. Stay away from me! Little more than a creaky whisper, I clamp my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sound. He just says, no. No, bestie. No. No? Who the hell is this? Fuck this guy. Sit up! I manage to push myself up onto one elbow, but my head swims and my surroundings give an alarming lurch. A stubborn patient. I don't have the strength to dignify that with a response. Instead, I pull the sheet up higher and wipe my eyes until my vision clears. smash. It is a smash, I fear, ladies and gentlemen. The stranger towers over my prone form. Warm light limbs his pristine medical coat. I instinctively shrink back, and that's when I realize I'm completely naked except for a thin... Okay, doctor, can you put clothes on me, please? Plunge my hands under the sheet, though it's too late. He must have noticed what they look like. Strange, cursed, inhuman. I brace myself for his inevitable disgust, but his courteous smile lingers. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings. Where am I? Who are you? And what's your name? Be calm, you're safe here. Oh, water. Frick. Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I suppose the old hermit protected me best as he could, but that time was a short-lived, a lonely reprieve shattered by his death. I've never felt safe anywhere or with anyone since. I scowl, pulling at the sheet protectively around myself. Where my clothes at? Where my clothes at? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands. I see you're not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements. Thanks, freak! With a soft creak, he rises from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. Looks like a medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemical concoctions line the counters in neat rows. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic. Nerd stream, and you smell. You smell, Wyatt. You smell bad. I've smelled the penguin house at the zoo. Love you, buddy. Get out of here. Only Gooners allowed. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets at the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most, and I have to crane my neck to look at him. I play horse girl game. I think I apply to that cat. You play Uma Musume? You could do better. You could do better. You could do better. Anyway. Hans game, best game. Of course, God. Now there's both of you. Now there's both of you. Even this guy plays. Yeah, that guy plays. He's a bigger loser than you are. What are you talking about? Thank you. I should be polite if I can, especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. He can do whatever he wants. Know what I'm talking about? What? Listen, this is what you get for not playing Phasmophobia with me. I'm just gonna sit here and bully you. Okay. Serve? Doctor? Serve? Not even my hair looks that good. My arms hurt. Yeah, and my jaws hurt from sitting here talking to you. With a curt nod, he leaves through. Wait, what'd he say? You're very welcome. I'll leave you to get dressed. The fucking rewind button on the dialogue? Hallelujah. I hear a soft click as he locks, as the lock turns behind him. When I don't hear more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. Reported for bully of me and Pengu. You're just mad. Stay mad. When I don't hear any more footsteps, blah, 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 I said that already, an itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down and absently to rub at it and freeze when my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. How did I forget that I lost my entire arm? I watched my whole arm get severed off. And I went, Oh wait, I lost my arm. No shit, dude. Took my arm clean off. And yet the limb shows no sign of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation. This is impossible. I should be dead, or at the very least gasping out my last breaths. No ma'am. This is OTOME game. We survive everything thrown at us. Thank you very much. I'm gonna move my desk up. Get a second. I'm gonna look silly, but I really want to stick my legs under my desk. It's gonna look ridiculous. But I wanna... There we go. Find myself bleeding out in the swamp, but nothing happens. The seconds tick by, and my arm remains resolutely healed, my surroundings pristine and quiet. Not me, I'm not quiet. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my hair? I forgot. My mom braided my hair earlier, you guys. Maybe I'm being too loud. I just heard my child crying. Hello, Mantis. Hi. It's good to see you. You missed me losing a whole arm. The demon awakes. The demon is awake. I am very tipsy. How's it going? Hell yeah! I was earlier. I went to this how do I explain? It's like live music and different stuff downtown here in my hometown. Happens like every weekend in the summer, so I too got a bit tipsy earlier, and now I am sadly sober. But I am great. It's hell yeah. I feel bad because I feel like I'm being loud. And my kid my poor baby. The doctor didn't leave me with any, though I know he saw my hands. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps towards one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course, that's when the door swings open. You looking for something? Give me glove. Give me glove, please. I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump against the cot. Your caution is understandable, though. If I meant you any harm, you would know. Fair, bestie. That doesn't make me feel better in the slightest, but he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and mottled skin disappear under a layer of clean white cotton. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I can help if you tell me what ails you. I doubt it. Traveling to Iridia was a gamble born of desperation rather than hope. Nothing has come close to curing my curse. I was like, what the fuck is happening on the baby screen right now? And my daughter just shoved her whole arm through the crib slats. And yet my left arm twitches, the arm that was severed before my very eyes. The doctor's unblinking gaze follows my every move. It's clear he won't drop this without some sort of answer. The bandages protect me and they warn others to stay away. I've tried every way of covering my hands, and this works best. Most people avoid touching me as soon as they see the bandages. An illness, then, or less mundane affliction spread by contact. I flinch. He doesn't even sound surprised, and that's far too close to the truth for comfort. Decline to answer. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Well, it's personal. I don't really want to get into it. I've treated every affliction under the sun. I may have answers that you do not. I involuntarily... An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? I shake my head. I need to know more about this doctor before he figures me out. Who are you? You may call me Kuras. And where exactly am I? Iridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can think of nowhere else for a group of travelers to go. Iridia, so I made it to the City of Knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease. Why do I have a Discord notification? I fear that I would type back to you on Discord, Winya, but my keyboard keeps dying. I have to keep like turning it off and shit. Okay, I had OBS up, and I had this up. Teehee. Made it to the City of Knowledge after all, to feel relieved, but all I could manage is a sense of increasing unease. How did I end up here? I brought you to my clinic. Of course, you were the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment, which you provided. For free? For free? Yes. He says this so simply, as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the fingers. I had fingers on my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine, thoroughly attached to me. You're saying that you stitched my arm back on. Pardon? A soulless attacked the caravan. It ripped everyone to shreds, and it tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here, healing such a mortal wound should be impossible. Either this man is lying or in possession of power beyond that of mortals. Neither option is particularly comforting to me. The Dr. Kuras pinches the bridge of his nose and he sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. He's a monster. Before I go, I recommend you guys read the... I've always wanted to read the Hunger Games books, but I just find it very hard to read, like, series. Unless I'm super, super, super into it. LMFAO, what kind of game is this? It's an OTOME game, Kim. It's an OTOME about monsters. This story is actually really fucked up so far. Pinches the bridge of his nose and sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. Definitely more of a movie watcher than a book reader, unfortunately. I'm both, but the problem with me right now is I am in a very, very, very bad reading slump. I can't... I don't want to read anything. Which sucks because I still have like 2 books from the library. Hunger Games must be a good book series if it's got a movie franchise. Yeah, I fully believe it's good, but like... Also, I'm gonna take my hair out here for a second. I'm getting a headache. The Dr. Kuras pinches the blah blah blah. I've said that already. I do not know where you come from, but Iridia is the city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. So you saying you're not human? Information is power, and one should not give or receive it freely. I'm just gonna... You're gonna... Oh, I forgot. Since you refuse to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. Ooh, he got my ass. Got my ass good. Oh my goodness. Oh, that feels so much better. I'm still trying to work on my original story, but God, it's so hard to find the time with my chores and my kid going back to school. Yeah, I keep trying to find time to write as well, and it's like, I have none. Well, my kid just needs me 24/7. I say 20. I could be writing right now. I was going to write, but I thought that I'd want to stream instead, because one of my friends was streaming, or I think he probably is still streaming right now. The last time I checked, Elden Ring. So I was over there watching his stream, and I was like, damn bro, you make me want to stream. So I think I'm gonna get off during your piss break and go stream. But yeah, Kim, I really hope everything works out for you. I'm sorry that your boyfriend's parents, like, aren't doing well. Oh god. That feels better. Okay, do not divulge your secrets to me, sexy man. I was just... You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook this specific breach of etiquette. Do not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? Did I just get lectured? He glances at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath, though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm a complete stranger to him, and yet he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time when I speak, I sound a bit like myself. Cottage. My name is Cottage. It is a pleasure to meet you, Cottage. There's a little more warmth in his smile, his polite demeanor back in an instant. Thank you for saving my life. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. What's... Hold on, you guys. My fucking cousin. He showed me the fucking... Oh my god. I want... It's this. That's what I was thinking of just now. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my cousin references that so often that shit gets me every time. It's the guy sitting in the fucking car eating blah 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 blah. Can you tell I'm sleep deprived? It's only fucking 10:30. I chance a smile in return, even if he won't explain how he did the impossible. There's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Kuras. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions. I have to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me. The question seems to startle Kuras. It has beautiful little yellow eyeballs. Still trying to work on it when I can. Seems there's more to do and less energy. Big mood. Big fat mood. Some parts are funny to write that line. It's just been introduced the concept of racism, and she's like, this is so dumb. Mood, Eleanor. Big mood. I could hardly leave you to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what price Kuras might demand for such well-made clothes. No, I suppose not. Forgive me, or forgive my presumption. I rarely come across such a fascinating patient. I blink. What did he just say? I simply meant that if you would cling to life so resolutely or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia. I cannot help being curious about you. His voice dips to a soft murmur and he abruptly looks away from me. Anyway. I don't know what to say to that. You're pretty curious yourself. Burger King foot lettuce. Oh my goodness gracious. Can you fucking let me move my baby monitor, please? Sorry, I'm staring at my child. Am I? Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm. I wiggle my intact fingers at him. I need my nails done again, you guys. They look so grown out. Oh, they look really pretty over camera still, huh? They're really grown out, though. Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment, either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and leaving you destitute in a strange place would be unethical. Damn, doctors, ethical? What kind of fucking fantasy world is this? I fall silent, unsure of what to say. Nobody would help a horror like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch or trick. Right? Ooh, a loud knock from the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Duty calls. He said duty. Unfortunately, you're not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent and Chorus lets out a tired sigh. Please wait. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Do you need anything before you leave? Oh. Between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Iridia in the first place. I need directions to the cenobium. The cenobium? Ooh, he looks mad as fuck. The look on his face is downright chilling. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation. When he speaks again, whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there. The cenobium's gates open for a precious few visitors, and even if they opened for you, you would not like what you found inside. My heart sinks. He's saying I came all this way for nothing, risked life and limb, but for nothing? No, that can't be. I've only just arrived, and Iridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then if not the cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide, head to the Wet Wick, and ask for Leander. Anyway, Leander, in the deck for Steam, Leander. Anyway, leader of the Adderstone, excuse me, the what? The Wet Wick. Feels like I'm playing D&D, like, with the names and, like, the story of everything. This is pretty sick. What's up, Crow? Welcome back! He sounds deeply unamused. Follow the Adderstone postings, they're difficult to miss. When you meet Leander, tell him I sent you. Shit, okay, boyfriends? The Queen returns! Hell yeah. You will be safe as long as you do not draw attention to yourself. Girly pop, that's all I know how to do. That's the whole point of being a streamer, you guys, is drawing attention to myself. Sorry, I forgot to put on, like, my Instagram stories that I was streaming again. Say hi, chat. I feel like with bandages all over my arms and fingers that it's like it's pretty hard to not draw attention. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Tenai Waton Tamawa Princess? Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. Okay. Romanceable number 1, Kuras. I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak over my nose, stepping over the contents of emptied chamber pots. Something weighs heavily inside one of the cloak's pockets. My coin purse. Every last coin I'd scraped together for the journey in Iridia is still inside. The purse doesn't even look like it was opened. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Kuros didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? Well, I better be going. Thank you so much for stopping by, Samaria. I appreciate it so much. And I really hope to keep getting my ass on stream. Streaming at night is pretty fun. This is pretty easy. While my kid's asleep. It's not exactly a comforting thought, still, no matter why he did it. Kuros gave me a second chance and a lead on where I might find help. I'd better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. The line outside Kuros' clinic stretches down the road. Two thin peddlers queue alongside weathered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. You guys listen to Lenny Kravitz. I have not. I have a severe hyperfixation with two specific bands. That's pretty much all I listen to. It's just the same two bands. The cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet, deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so eroded. The buildings are tired and dilapidated, all cramped together in narrow streets. I recommend that. Talk to you later. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over to me and my stomach gives a faint gurgle. Thought I heard my furry child. This morning's catch fried up and hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today. Fog mutated catches are always a gamble, but beggars can't be choosers. I duck under the stall's grubby awning. A large fish leers up at me, its 3 bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter. My kid. Okay. The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. What's the cheapest thing you've got? The vendor points at a metal basket and what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. The fresh long lads, 3 copper apiece, don't burn your mouth. Take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. Damn, homie. We po. 2 streets later, I passed under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. The buildings in this quarter are a dizzying riot of color-painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look. Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in open doorways, musical voices call out invitingly, incense mingles with a pungent scent of flowers, barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. Red light district, red light district. Let's go, Gooners. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. Ta-da! Features a silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the words "The Adderstone" printed above his head. If Leander is the leader of the Adderstone, then the face printed on the poster is likely his. I follow the line of identical posters around a corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up faded orange, the letters read, "The Wet Wick." Swakuras had told us to go. The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. Hello? Oh shit, It's not even midday, yet the wick is packed. A loose collection of Iridians crowd the bar, taking up tables, gathering in spaces between. They speak amongst each other in hushed voices, their faces drawn and grave. Seeing so many bodies packed in such a small, dim space is disconcerting, all the more reason to find Leander quickly. A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring, and I'm considering searching the bar when a loud voice carries across the room. Now, I'm no prior curator, and I'm not much for paperwork or pencil pushing, and honestly, I don't even think those robes come in my size. I crane my neck, but the crowd is too dense for me to see the speaker. Gather round, I want to show you all something. There's no time to move out of the way. The audience surges towards the center of the room in a sudden torrent. I'm caught and swept along with them. Oh, okay. Stops immediately. Hey! Maze. Hey. Bunch of grown-ups a couple weeks ago, and I just also keep repeating that. The clatter of falling chairs and tables being shoved aside drowns out my complaints. I thrash and throw my elbows as heavy bodies press into mine. Oh yeah, sure, you should be throwing your elbows when literally not 24 hours ago your shit got severed right at your elbow. I just saved my game. Oh, whoa. Return. Okay. My hip knocks into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself, but the crowd has stilled. A pair of gilded boots straight across the tabletop. God. If you want nothing but guidelines and practical policies and needless bureaucracy, you know where to go. I drag my eyes upwards. Eyes up here, ladies! Eyes up here, ladies! A man towers on the table in front of me, arms spread as he addresses his rapt audience. But I'm not going to wait for word from on high. His impassioned words provoke nods and excited whispers, but nothing is as captivating as his brilliant smile. Oh, shit, we in it already. We in it already. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. And unlike those clerics, I don't need the Abbess's approval to cast a spell or two. As he raises his hands above the audience, the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light in a flash of gold. Seems I've found Leander. These are our streets. We make our own luck here. He snaps, and a flash of pale green light erupts from his hand. That's my favorite color.
Smash.
Wait, what? Ribbon conjures a ribbon of glittering light. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals unfurl. Leander raises the flowers with a flourish, and the bar bursts into clapping and cheers. A magic demonstration was the last thing I expected from a place called the Wet Wick. Leander plucks the shimmering flowers out of the air and turns in a slow circle. Now, who could use some good luck? Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table, but Leander's cool green eyes slide right over them and lock onto me instead. It's literally giving. It's giving when I was a young girl dressing up to go to the One Direction concert, thinking the Harry Styles would poke me out of everybody in the crowd. Or like those Instagram reels of that person that draws YN. Levi, you're so strong! YN! And if you guys haven't seen those videos, I'm so sorry. But you need to go look them up because they're probably some of the funniest fucking memes I've seen in so long. It's just, Levi, you're so strong! I promise it's hilarious, okay? How about you? My chest grows tight. Suddenly, I'm in the spotlight. I'll take the flowers. Shit, I don't... me personally, Cottage, take the flowers. I reach out and take the flowers from him, all too aware of my trembling fingers. Time. I gotta go. See you later. Thanks for streaming. Bye, Mantis. Thanks you so much for stopping by. And I hope you're having a really great night and you're having fun. I appreciate you. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. More freaking Discord messages? What the hell? Oh no, hi. Where's it? Oh. Oh, that's why I got Discord messages. I just joined the Discord for my friend that I was watching stream. Dim and fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? He grins at me, and I find myself smiling back. Oh my god. Boy, I'm about to bust. I'm about to bust. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with a clink. Alright, show's over. Back to work, everyone. The audience disperses and Leander heads towards the bar. Now's my chance. I start after him, only to find my face to face with one of his followers. Sullen follower, where do you think you're going? I need to talk to Leander. Uh-huh, you and half of Lowtown. Leander's busy right now. Adderstone business. Come back tonight. After the moment we shared, surely Leander could spare a word. But the follower crosses her arms. Oh, of course it's a freaking misogyny. I can feel it. I glance over his shoulder, hoping to catch a glimpse of Leander. As though sensing my gaze, he looks up, and for a moment our eyes lock. Then Leander turns away to murmur something to the group gathered around him. The follower moves to block my view. You hear me? I'm not looking for trouble. This Dr. Kuras said I should find Leander. This is why I love these stupid games. It's like a game and art version of like dumb fan fiction. She's interrupted by a resting hand on her shoulder. Chris sent you? He said you could help me. Leander nods at the woman as she steps aside wordlessly. Follow me. He leads me to the crowded bar. There's so little room that his broad shoulder presses against mine and I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Anyway. Sorry about that. The Adderstone watch out for one another, but they can be overprotective sometimes. Lesson learned. Leander flashes me a broad grin. You're new to Iridia, aren't you? He says it with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I'd remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown. I'm gonna you need watch your mouth. Watch your mouth and watch your back. He's too fine to be this nice. There's something wrong with him, intrinsically, in his DNA. I don't know what it is. There's gotta be something wrong with him. My eyes drop to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery being this close, and being this close makes eye contact difficult. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us. What'll it be? Surprise me and add anything my friend wants to my tab. I'll have what he's having. While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbows on the counter, his sleeves right up, revealing a long raised scar, and I catch myself following its winding path down his forearm. Leander's eyes wander over me in return. When they lock on my bandaged hands, a bitter taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions. Is there any chance Kura sent you here for cheap drinks? Or barely edible appetizers? No. He pushes his hair back from his forehead, sighing when it immediately falls back into place. That's the doctor for you. Always business, and I'm not sure he even knows how to relax. Sounds like a doctor. Like most doctors. The bartender returns with a pair of glasses. I raise mine and give it an experimental sniff. Smells faintly yeasty, like beer, but with an undercurrent I can't quite place. A quick sip confirms my worst suspicions. It's awful. Briny and sour with a distinct hint of pickle flavor. Is it Malort? Did the fucking bartender give you Malort? Because that's exactly what fucking Malort tastes like. And if you're not from Chicago, just Malort. It's awful. Tastes like shit. Beside me, Leander takes a deep swig from his glass. So, how can I help you? I need to get to the cenobium. Why are they all so angry when I mentioned the cenobium? They're so jealous I want to go away from them. As soon as the word cenobium leaves my mouth, the group standing nearby falls silent. From the wary looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some taboo. It had to be the cenobium. Leander pushes away from the counter. Let's continue this conversation outside. I rise to follow him. Can I tell somebody about my arms, please, or something? Because I feel like nobody's gonna listen to what I have to say. Leander leads me to an alleyway tucked behind the wet wick. Layers upon layers of frayed and faded Adderstone posters plaster the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his printed likeness is impressive, if abstract. Koras didn't send you here to ask for a personal escort to the cenobium, did he? He already knows the answer. No, he suggested that I reconsider. Yet here you are asking about a guide anyway. He looks at me expectantly, and I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my monstrous capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Are you aware of Iridia's particular currency? Information's worth its weight in gold here. I don't much care for outdated traditions, so I'll be completely honest. The cenobium won't help you. They're more likely to torture you than lend you a hand. But the cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. The cenobium's always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a fading world. If any place held answers, it would be the cenobium. That's why I came here. Leander nods patiently. You're not the first person to fall for their propaganda. I grew up idolizing the Cenobium. I wanted nothing more than to join their ranks, to learn magic from the best, to make a real difference. I was young and blinded by the legends and legacy. I was so damn naive. He shakes his head. All it took was one trip there to Lowtown to show me the truth. Unless you've got a heavy purse or highborn blood, the Cenobium doesn't give a damn. They'll never open their gates to the ones who need help the most. Then it's all a lie. Things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. Leander watches me as though weighing something in his mind, but that doesn't mean you're hopeless. Far from it. I founded the Outer Stone to help people like you. We settle disputes, slay feral Solus, hell, we've even been known to patch leaky roof or two. Whatever troubles you, we can help, free of charge. I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his speech, my patience wearing dangerously thin. I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander doesn't look remotely surprised. Then you're looking for help with something serious, something not even Curus could crack. It must be a truly remarkable problem if you came all the way to Iridia searching for help. Tell me, how can I help you? Leander may or may not work for the Cenobium. But he is a mage, a powerful one, if the demonstration earlier is any indication. Indecision gnaws at me. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this might be the only path forward. My confession comes out in a strained whisper. I'm cursed. He looks me up and down, taking my face, eyes, and finally my hands. Is that why you bandage your hands? My touch is dangerous. It changes people and hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander pulls his left glove off and flexes his fingers and grins. Alright, let's see it. I'll take mine off if you take yours off, big boy. Just saying. Tit for tat, information for information. He said it first. Putting it out there. As he offers me his hand, a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm, but I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is, I won't allow myself to hurt him, to see his kind face unrecognizably warped. I don't want to hurt you. I'll be fine, trust me. I've seen enough curses and hexes to last me 2 lifetimes, but I'm still standing. Do you really think Curus would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. I'm twice as good as any Cenobium mage. If anyone can help you, it's me. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile, then I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. If you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better. His attempt at levity does not comfort me, and with each joint I expose, I grow increasingly certain that this is a terrible idea, but if he's bothered by how my hand looks, he doesn't show it. Alright, deep breath on my count. My fingers hover shakily over Leander's palm. 3, 2, 1. I'm coming to touch you. I tap his palm once as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. Heart racing, my eyes dart to his face, but Leander only smiles gently. See? It can't be. When I reach for his palm again, Leander catches my wrist before I can pull back. I told you there's really nothing to worry about. He trails off when my thumb grazes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain clear, a soft green. Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of his palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't anticipating. It's not as though I've ever been touched before. My curse only extends to my hands, and desperation spurs creativity. But all that pales in comparison to this. I've never experienced such intimacy. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail, the grooves along his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the bones in his wrist. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine hammers as fear gives way to excitement. Y'all, chat, I don't know what to do. I feel like keep touching him feels rude. I don't know what to do. Should I keep touching him? We're gonna keep, yeah. If I've literally never held somebody's hand in my entire life, yes. My hand glides over Leander's wrist and up his arm where his smooth skin abruptly gives way to a raised scar. It matches the one that runs from his collar to his cheekbone. Could it be the same wound? When I glance at Leander's face, his lips part as he considers his words. Am I the first person you've been able to touch like this? My hand goes still on his arm. So far. Then is it everything you wanted? My cat's on crack right now. Anyway, I'm tweaking. When I nod, Leander turns my hand to inspect the gleaming fissures crisscrossing my knuckles. There's no revulsion in his face, no fear. He looks up at me and grins. It's not every day I meet someone as enticing as gold. He winks and lets me go. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat. I can't believe that worked. I've really forgotten, dude, I just like caressed his fucking hands and his entire arm and I never told him my name. I've really forgotten my manners. May I ask your name? I'm Cottage. Cottage, this curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I can tell you're careful, but it's best you kept this between us. Are you staying in Lowtown? I pause. Room and board was something I'd yet to consider. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then. The Wick is noticeably quieter without their leader. Most of Leander's followers have dispersed or, in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks. Got any rooms left, or did my lot grab them all to sleep it off? The bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides a key onto the counter. The usual room? Leander's... Chat. He thinks I'm a whore. He's not wrong. No, not today. This is just for my friend. Right, stay as long as you like. You two have fun. Have fun? I've never held a man's hand, let alone... Whatever could you be suggesting, you nasty? Leander clears his throat when he holds the key out to me. I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you? Nothing, my treat since you shared your secret. Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need. Carefully, I take the key from him. It's small, but heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed and Iridia, let alone free meals. The thought of an entire room to myself seems unbelievably luxurious. Thank you. Iridia is twice as dangerous as it is wondrous. Be careful out there. And if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. I nod, taking one last look at the gleaming bronze key before tucking it into the pocket of my cloak for safekeeping. Leander gives me a friendly wave before returning to the bar. Yay! Dust glitters in the sparse rays of light illuminating the room. The furniture is tired and the walls cracked. A large, lumpy bed serves as the centerpiece. I can't remember the last time I slept in a bed, and I never imagined I'd sleep in one tonight. When I collapse into the bed, the springs let out shrill squeaks. Finally, I can allow myself to rest. My eyes fall shut before long. Uh-oh. Guys, we have a visitor. Come here, buddy. Hello, visitor. Chat can't see you now. Hey, I missed you. Say hi, Tulin. Say hi. No, you can't leave. He's leaving. Okay. Well, now that we've seen Tulin, I can, Oh, I forgot my keyboard was dead. Oops. I'm gonna check do a couple commands here real quick. First of all, this has always been my favorite one, and I'm very... Now, Nightbot, what do you think you're doing? Is my Nightbot not... Dude, if my Nightbot doesn't work... Okay, there it goes. It was just really slow. Anyway, he already left for the night, but you guys should go check out my my mod, Mantis, over here on YouTube. He does a lot of coding streams for Minecraft, and stuff like that. He is very cool and very nice. I like him a lot. He's a cool guy. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I wake to pale sunlight filtering through the narrow windows. Despite the clamor of the tavern below, the precious hours of rest have restored my strength and gifted me a flicker of cautious optimism. If I play my cards right today, could be the day I get closer to finding a cure. I quickly head out of the wet wick. Chat, why find a cure when I could just stay with Leander? Just saying. Just me? Just saying. The air clings sodden with a heavy, lingering scent of rain. Without the afternoon crowd, the district looks barren and bleak. In the middle of the street, a pair of crows quibble over stale bread crusts. I pause, watching them while I consider my next move. Kuras and Leander both made it clear that the cenobium can't be trusted, but I came so far and endured too much to give up now. I need to see the cenobium for myself, if only to satisfy my curiosity. Surely someone in the bar can point me in the right direction. I'm about to turn back when a shadow passes over me. A cloud, I think, until a puff of hot breath tickles on the back of my neck. Listen, I get that we said we were playing a monster OTOME game, but I did not say that I consented to growling in my ear in the middle of the street. Back, demon! The shadow trickles down the street in rivulets, formless dark, spreads like ink into blotted shapes. Claws stretch, a muzzle splits open to reveal long, jagged teeth. A growl rumbles so low and deep I feel it in my chest. I want to run to scream, but I feel trapped, as though the slightest movement or breath will snap the jaws around me shut. No, I won't let it end like this if I'm going to die. I want to lurk what got me in the eye first. I steel myself, then turn. Shadow vanishes as quickly as it came, and I'm left standing in the middle of the street, alone, save for a figure reclining in the shade of a nearby stoop. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Yes! 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 It's the little fox demon guy. A monster. That much is clear from a glance. One that could nearly be mistaken for human were it not for the tufted ears. The tail curled around its ankle. or the dusk pink eyes with pupils that sharpen like needles when they fall on me. We lock gazes and the monster uncrosses his long legs. His hair gleams a shade of red that reminds me unsettlingly of blood where it curls around his collared throat. Jumpy, aren't you? His tone is so light and carefree that I glance over my shoulder to make sure he's speaking to me. When I look back, the stranger props his chin on his knuckles and regards me with an inscrutable grin. Did you see that shadow just now? It was massive and it moved like a beast. Even as I speak, I'm aware of how ridiculous I must sound, but the stranger's smile does not falter. The only beasts I've seen here are the Wick's drooling regulars. Though, this did catch my eye. Ah, there's a hair tickling me. With a flick of his wrist. Oh my goodness, put that away, sir. I see your leg down there. It's morning time. It's too early for all that. With a flick of his wrist, my in-room key dangles from his finger, turns on its chain glittering. Catching the light, my hands fly to my cloak's pockets and sure enough find them flat. He crooks his finger, beckoning. I've already taken 2 steps forward before some stifled instinct stops me. Something feels wrong. I'm still on the edge, thrumming with so much adrenaline that the stranger's shadow flickers at the edges of my vision. I'm scared, chat. Oh my goodness! Hi, Eloa! I can't believe I just saw your message. I was too busy being scared. Hi! I'm just playing Touchstarved, the demo. I always seem to attract the worst kind of attention, but I can't get rattled now. Who said that's my key? That's not my wallet. Patrick Star. Where'd you find it? My key. How'd you find it? What can I say? I'm a sucker for shiny things. He smiles wide enough to reveal sharp fangs. Saw you drop it. You really should be more careful. City like this, somebody might take advantage. A bald-faced lie said without a hint of irony. I approach the monster, careful to keep an arm's length away. He doesn't look dangerous, but the most deadly ones never do. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. The stranger's chain softly clinks with the tilt of his head, and his ears flick. Keeping your distance? Until I know what you're capable of. You think I stole your dinky little key from all the way over here? He gives an exaggerated sigh. I'm good with my hands, but not that good. Do I really look like a common thief to you? He's got me there. The sheer fabric of his sleeves alone would be too expensive for most street thieves. Hell, his shoes look like they cost more than I spent traveling here. And then there's the shop behind him. No matter the city, parted pink curtains only ever mean one thing. I'm not looking to buy, and I doubt I could afford your services anyway. Chat, I'm having a come apart. What the helly? Luckily for you, I don't chart. What the helly? Luckily for you, I don't charge. The man runs the tip of his tongue over a fang, and for the first time since I stepped into that shadow, I feel something other than dread. They say you blushing. I didn't mean to assume. I'm flattered, really. Did you think you could pay to pet my ears? I just need my key back, man. I just need my key back. Ask nicely, and I might even let you tug my tail. Just throw it here. So some spindly little street urchin can snatch it and run? He raises my key and tilts his head so he can watch it dangle back and forth. I suppose I could just claim your room for myself. Not that I'd be caught dead slumming in the wick with the rest of those slack-jawed imbeciles. Dang, homie. You're obviously not around here, so tell me, not from around here, so tell me, traveler, what misfortune brought you to this wretched place? His voice practically drips with derision. I'm not telling you nothing. Nothing with a capital N, motherfucker. What could have possibly drawn you to this dreary little pig pen, I wonder. He listlessly watches the arc of my key swinging around his finger. The weather's shit, the food's trek, and there's entirely too many monsters for a human to feel safe. Unless... Dagger's sharp eyes flick towards me and then gleam bright with amusement. Unless you're just dying to consort with monsters. He really just said, monster fucker. What? Yeah. I'm almost done though. It's like 11:30. Are you done playing games? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna find a good save and then okay, nobody can see you. It's like 11:30, you guys. I gotta go to bed. By now my embarrassment has worn away, leaving simmering impatience in its place. If this is a shakedown, it's the most frustrating one I've ever endured. But I can't walk away. Okay, I'm gonna actually save it right here real quick. This is a good spot since I have a choice to make. Let's go to the title. It sounded like that Kim Kardashian sound where it's like, they want to tell you that it's fine, but it's not fine. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I can't believe that the demo was like this long. I did not think that the demo was this long. I will come back and finish another time. Let me get into my volume here for stuff. Just turn that off. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It was so nice to play. This is a game that my friends have played before, and I haven't gotten around to playing it because I obviously have motherly duties and other things to do, like prestiging and Phasmophobia for the second time. Yeah, I really hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drink a bunch of water, 8 hours of sleep if you can. Do as I say, not as I do. Obviously, I don't be getting 8 hours of sleep with it. Oh my god, she'll be 8 months old in like a couple hours. Eek. And love yourselves. Or else. It's a threat. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.